Wait a minute. What state they can't sell alcohol before an election? Like by how long? So like the whole day? There's just no alcohol sold in your state or the day before?
There is a video of a woman running the votes twice. There's a question of whether or not were the votes rejected from the machine, so she had to run them twice, or was she trying to count votes twice? And if that's the case, how is it possible to run the same vote more than once?
That's what I was just going to say. Well, shouldn't it be like it should have some type of like a VIN number? Obviously, that's for your car, but some type of number where it's like this vote has already been scanned. No, it seems odd.
They should be serialized or something.
Yeah,
but those are things I think are worth having a conversation about.
But so first of all, I'm not getting into any of that nonsense about the votes. But in terms of Texas, Pennsylvania, look, guys, there's challenges that come in any election, and it's very normal. And sometimes the Supreme Court takes the challenge, sometimes they don't. And sometimes they rule in an outrageous way, as they did in Bush v. Gore. By the way, the Supreme Court has ruled in many outrageous ways.
You're welcome.
Ruled in Citizens United that corporations are human beings and have even more rights than human beings, that they are endowed by their creator with unalienable rights. What creator? We're their goddamn creators.
Well, corporations are people, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, broken clock is right twice a day, right? We are our own creators. CT said the Arizona Kari Lake election fraud was genius. They printed ballots on 20-inch paper for a 19-inch printer or scanner. Yep. I mean, they will do whatever they can. They will do whatever they can. That's the equivalent of when you had to have 3 pages of, a 3-page essay in high school, and you would change the size of the periods to like size 13, or you'd put an extra space, or you'd adjust the margins by like a tiny little bit, any little bit. And it really, really, really changes the game. Hey, shout out to Bill Bradley in the building. Welcome to the party, sir. So we should conduct our election like Brazil did their last one to protect from interference. They had to vote on the day in person with ID, and it was a paper ballot. Fuck yes. Absolutely. One day, holiday, nobody works that day. You go in person. There's more voting places, so there's not long lines because nobody's working. Everybody goes in, show your ID, write or whatever on the piece of paper, and be done with it. One day. I'm not saying we need to get rid of absentee ballots. This mass mail-in is not going to work. Hey, shout out to Stephanie Miller with the $5 super sticker. Saying, keep it up indeed, we will. I always go the wrong way. There we go. Oh, he's too small. I want to get you. I want to be able to get you to see him, but there you go. You got to work a little bit for it. Thank you so much. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Thank you very, very, very much, Stephanie. Very much appreciated.
And that corporations have freedom of speech. No, that's called a bribe. Okay, that's what it's called. True. And guys, if you're a right winger, super frustrated with the establishment, you're not wrong. The establishment keeps telling you you're wrong and you're crazy. You're not wrong, but there is a crazy line, right? So in terms of the establishment, they frame everything as if the status quo.
Thank you again, Stephanie. Very much appreciated.
Was great. That corporate rule is awesome, and that you should get nothing, and that the rich and powerful should get everything. And mainstream media is one giant corporate propaganda outlet. Okay. And so I can show you all the ways that they've screwed over the left wing. I can show you a lot of ways they screw over the right wing. Okay.
Whoa. Okay. So Soul of the Soul is in the vast minority here. Right now we are at 20% on our same poll that we had. Who would you, if you had to pick, would you prefer a President Cenk Uygur, or would you prefer a President Joe Biden again? And Soil of the Soul says, I'll go for Biden. Personal health reasons like blood pressure and losing my eyes in the back of my head for a couple examples. Because of dementia, Biden is easier. Batacalf care for the lousy win. Love it. Fair enough. Yeah, thank God it's only a YouTube poll and it's not real life, because this man is never, ever gonna make it anywhere near to where he needs to be. CT said, yeah, couldn't scan the votes in Arizona, and that's all they needed. Meek as fuck. Who's meek as fuck? Cenk's not meek. I mean, there's plenty of things you can say about Cenk, but meek is not it. Hell no. Thank you again to the sponsor of our stream, Stephanie Miller. Quantac said, ladies and gentlemen, to prove to you which one's the meanie, we'll give you the ballot of the buffalo and the beanie. Good one, good one. Bill Bradley says the ruling did not say corporations were people. It said corporations were collections of people, like unions. The ruling specifically compared them to unions. Thus, they, like unions, can collectively donate. And again, there's, you can have the conversation about, is that good? Is that bad? Should that be the case? Whatever. But it is what it is. It is not like Bill is saying. It's they're not people. Corporations are not people. They don't have human rights. Although I'm sure the left would love to give corporations human rights before fetuses. Sorry, just had to throw that dig there. M1C9 said, I'd go for that. Only hospitals and police open. You can open your business after you vote. Ooh, there you go. No penalty to employees if they vote or are late for a shift. Well, I would say like businesses, like a private business, you could be open, but it's a national holiday in the sense like Target would still be open. Walmart is still going to be open. Grocery stores are still open. We don't have to shut down the entire country, but whoever is working would have some kind of carve out where either they're obviously we don't have the complete details, but by and large everybody voting in person on paper, voter ID same day. That's the only way to go. Hey, shout out to Soft Num Nums in the building. Welcome to the party. Instead of Chunk doesn't care about the details, nothing will change. And indeed, nothing will change. Stephanie's still writhing over this poll. Oh my goodness. All right, let's jump back in for a little bit.
So if you're frustrated about that and mainstream media figures keep yelling at you, no, you're imagining it, man. These politicians are wonderful, and those aren't bribes. Those are just people talking with one another, and you guys are all radicals. No, well, that's crap, and that's why nobody believes mainstream media anymore. But when you jump the shark and you come up with conspiracy theories that aren't even remotely true, guys, all you're doing is hurting your cause.
I completely agree. And then you get people who won't vote because they think it's pointless when they need to be voting. But I think here's where the big challenge comes. Because I think I said this on the show when you announced you were running. If it was between Mitt Romney and Joe Biden, I'm voting Cenk Uygur. And
that's where this comes from.
That's because I'm willing to believe that you're the more likely candidate to pardon Julian Assange. You're the more likely candidate not to bring us into psychotic foreign wars. And I can't speak for anything else, but I'm not voting for the war machine. And so the challenge comes here. Here's why I voted for Trump in 2020. I did not vote for Trump in 2016. What did we get? Afghan withdrawal timeline. Okay, well, I'll take a grain of sand over a bushel of wheat if I can get something. Getting our troops out of Syria. Why were they?
Wait a minute. What state they can't sell alcohol before an election? Like by how long? So like the whole day? There's just no alcohol sold in your state? Or the day before? What about I'm trying to think of, because I have a friend who loves when the clocks, what does it go forward? Yeah, when the clocks go back, then you get an extra hour at the bar, bro. Oh, it's 12:59 or it's 1:59. Oh, now it's only 1 o'clock. We got another hour till last call. What happens there? All right, one, two. That's crazy. If you don't mind, what state are you from again? You don't have to say if you I don't want to, but Bill Bradley said, CT, I don't drink, so I have no clue if my state has the same, but that is funny. I think that's weird. Really? We gotta Google. Which states have laws regarding alcohol on election day? No typos. 7 states still force prohibition era bans on election day. Holy crap. What is going on? Oh. I gotta read this real quick. Quick aside. All right. 75 years. I just want to know what the states are. I don't really want to read this. So we got Kentucky, Indiana, South Carolina, Utah, and West Virginia still ban the sale of alcohol at package stores on Election Day. Alaska and Massachusetts also ban Election Day alcohol sales, except that local governments are authorized to provide an exemption from the ban. That is crazy. That is fucking insane. Like the Prohibition era. That's wild. That's so crazy. That's crazy. You learn something new every day. Yep. Kentucky was on the list. Yep. Wild. It is. Yeah. 7 states. But, well, I'll tell you the one thing in my state that it only happens in 2 states. Pumping gas, baby. I have pumped gas in my life before, but a handful of times. Middle of winter, I get to keep my heating on, just crack the window down, hand my card over, fill it with regular, you plebe, and I just get to chill. I love it. But anyway, all right, back on track. Where are we going? Nick's getting back on track saying Tim is just logical, not so political, but that's why he gets called far right wing. Yep. You get the what do you think is the reasoning? What could possibly be the reasoning? Because it's not like you can't buy the alcohol the day before and then drink it on Election Day. It would actually at least make more sense to say that you can't ingest alcohol on Election Day than you can't sell it. Boober says, according to WUSA 9, this is because candidates often used alcohol to persuade undecided voters, which George Washington was allegedly guilty of doing. Okay. Now it's making a little more sense. Now, yeah, that's what I was saying. Is all you have to do is buy the day before. I get that, but I mean, I think that's a little weird. Like, when are we going to get rid of that? So, like, they really enforce that? If I'm a bar owner and I know that people are not, going to be doing their regular schedule because of Election Day, I'm like, no. We're going to make sales like a motherfucker. What you mean? Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.